Hey guys, hey, welcome back to another review. I'm gonna say this just like I said in my Sony Pictures animation movie review, which was Hotel Transylvania, that I'm gonna bring up that I'm sorry I have not been uploading these videos like, like easily. I mean, as often. Like, I've been taking a break and all that, and it's really hard to review two movies in a week because I have to like watch both movies. I have to do a review on them, which takes up to 20 to 30 minutes. Then I have to well, depending on the review, sometimes they don't take too long. Like this review right here might not take super long. But also, I have to go back and like watch, the reviews to make sure they turned out okay. I mean, there will be times where I probably won't do that, but for the most part, I do it just to keep myself in a habit, because due to myself having autism and all that, I tend to, break habits very easily, so I try to keep myself in a routine. So, yeah. So I want to apologize for that, and actually, this is my second time recording this review here. It is, sort of. I mean, I didn't finish the review, but I was trying to record it at my mother's house, but I had freaking screaming going on. The puppies were barking and all that, because my mother has puppies, and yeah, there was a lot of going on. The siblings were coming in and out of the door, and I'm like, you know what, I probably should just wait to do that. It was really bad. Like, it's really bad. Like, they keep saying they're like wanting to die and all that. Like, they're not actually gonna commit suicide, but they do that stuff all the time, and I feel like they're not getting, they're not really, they're not, I feel like I'm not being, like, when I said that, if I'd say that stuff in the past, I would have gotten put in the hospital for that. And I'm not saying the hospital, and all that's for, the hospital and all that, and I'm not saying, they actually, because a lot of times I go in there and I come out, I feel exactly the same. Sometimes they help, but sometimes they don't. But I'm gonna do probably my own video talking about that, because, because of me having autism and all that, and that stuff going on. I figure I'll save that for my own video, because, yeah, that got it got so bad. I was so frustrated. I ended up just coming back, because I was going to do trick-or-treating with them, but it just got so bad. I'm like, there's no point in being frustrated, because I'm like, Halloween's supposed to be a fun holiday, and I'm like, I don't want to be there. If I'm not going to be happy, so I came back here. But I'll go into detail about that maybe later, but I'll probably do it in like a little Halloween video. But for right now I want to talk about this movie, because this is a movie that I was actually kind of looking forward to, I'm not gonna lie, because it's actually hand-drawn animation. Sadly, though, it's the DreamWorks last 2D drawn hand-drawn animated movie. I could be wrong. They could have another one, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I kind of want to talk about this movie, because this movie is kind of interesting. But yeah, so sorry about the whole beginning part and all that, but I had to kind of explain what was going on and why, because I wanted to upload this video the same week, but it was too chaotic. There was too much, it said 6 puppies barking and not each other, and it was just too much. So it's like, I can't really go outside and do it. It's too cold now. So I did that before, but so there might be weekends where I won't get to the movies and all that, and I technically want to make sure I watch both of them, 2 of them. So that way I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, I did watch Shrek 2. That's the next movie I'll be reviewing. So that will be hopefully that I can get the other movie out too, because I'll have more days this week to actually do stuff. So yeah. But anywho, guys, yeah. So let's go ahead and talk about this movie. So this is I forgot to pronounce it. Oh, and I also realized I forgot to put the name in there. Shoot, I forgot to put the name in there. yeah, I told you guys how much stuff was going on and all that because I literally forgot to put the name in here, but and I've been over the edge because I have not been having my medication because I can't find it. So, well, if I have it here at the house, but not at my mother's house. So, yeah. So, like I said, there's been a lot going on. But anywho, let's go ahead and talk about this. So, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I literally forgot to put the name in there. Oh well, you guys should probably know what this movie is. I forgot how you pronounce it. It's like I don't know. It starts with an it's like Shala or I don't remember. I don't remember the name of it. It's like something Legend of the Seven Seas. I believe I could be wrong, but I believe maybe like I don't remember the names of these characters, but maybe it's talking about the villain of this movie. Maybe I don't know. Like I don't know because sometimes I think they'll like movies will have Megamind, he's a villain and all that. Well, he does become good later on, but but the movie's named after him. Sometimes they will have that, but for the most part, they usually have the name of like the main character, the good guy, and all that have its name in the title. But like Shrek and Kung Fu Pan and all that. Well, it doesn't say Poe, but you know what I'm saying. Like it's they usually have the good guy, but I could be wrong. I mean, it could be the bad guy because the bad guy is like this sea lady or something. But I don't know. But anywho, this movie is interesting though because not only it's 2D animated, and sadly it's the last 2D animated movie that I'm aware of. However, you guys shouldn't feel super bad because luckily down the road, DreamWorks will release tons of TV shows like on Netflix and stuff, so you can see your favorite like shows and all that in 2D animated form, which is cool. It still would be nice to have a full-fledged 2D animated movie because usually when it comes to movies, they usually show off details and all that. So like cool like openings and stuff like that, but I don't know, but I don't know, but yeah, it's basically this is the last full-fledged 2D animated movie, unless they made more, but I don't think they did. I know that DreamWorks has had a lot of live-action, movies, because this is actually a fun fact. This is actually the last. It's also the last movie to feature the last like DreamWorks animated movie to feature the old logo, because after this one they'll switch to the second logo. They've actually had quite a few, but this is the second logo is the one where they show the balloons and then they show like the daytime and all that. It's actually a pretty cool logo. I kind of like it. It doesn't make much sense though because technically you sleep during the nighttime usually, unless you have an overnight job or something. So it doesn't make much sense, but it's still a cool logo. I still like it. And I'll probably go more into detail about it when I review Shrek 2, because it's pretty interesting. There's a lot to talk about with it, but I kind of want to talk more about the old logo. So I don't know if I can't remember if I brought it up that much, but yeah, this is technically the last movie to use this logo. But it will appear in live action movies because apparently there are so many movies where DreamWorks is part of it. Like the Transformer movies, DreamWorks is part of them. Well, the live action ones at least. I don't know. There's like I don't know how many. There's like so many live action Transformer movies. There's like 5 or 6 of them. I think. I think there's 6 maybe. I don't know. There was a new one that came out, and then there's the Bumblebee movie. But I think DreamWorks. I've seen only 2 live action Transformer movies have had the DreamWorks logo. So I don't know, but it is kind of cool though. But those movies came out afterwards, after this logo, because this logo was sort of switched over like afterwards. So it kind of makes me wish that Disney did this too, because that would have been cool, like they could have like kept their because I know they bought Pixar in 2006, but they could have like kept the CGI castle intro for their Pixar movies, but maybe had their their live like realistic looking intro for their Disney movies. That would have been cool, but they didn't do that, which is sad. But I don't know, but that would have been kind of cool, make it stand out more. This is exactly what DreamWorks did. I don't know if they continue doing this or not, because I don't know, like, how many, I don't know, like, all the live action DreamWorks movies they made, but I do know they made a lot of them, so, yeah. But, I don't know, but it's a really cool logo. I really like it, like, the theme's not as good as the current one I use, but it's still pretty cool. I really like it. It's weird though, the live action movies they have the theme themselves, but the theme themselves, they have their own custom theme, but they have the actual intro theme, while the animated ones have like their own custom theme, which is kind of interesting. Because I was thinking to myself, I'm like, why do they give this intro its own theme if they're not going to use it that much? And I'm like, I didn't even know they had all these live action movies. So, I don't know, but it's pretty cool and all that. Speaking of live action movies, before I talk about this movie again, get to the actual movie, I need to bring this up because I think I forgot to bring this up. I will not be reviewing the Cat in the Hat movie. I was thinking about reviewing it, but I'm like, you know what? I'm probably going to save the live-action Cat in the Hat movie down the road, because I feel like I need to rewatch the Grinch movie, because honestly, there's like some similarities with the Grinch live-action movie, and I can compare them to and all that. I haven't seen the live-action Grinch movie in a long time, so I feel like, I'm going to probably just review those down the road. I might go ahead, go through and review the Dr. Seuss live action movies. I think there's only 2 of them, because I hear after the live action Cat in the Hat movie was so horribly received and did really bad that they never made another live action movie again. Of course, I didn't stop them, because I hear this could be rumor. I mean, this may not be true, but I hear rumors that they're making a sequel to the Grinch movie, which I don't know how that would work, but I don't know, but DreamWorks does this all the time, so who knows? They do pretty good with that stuff. We'll see down the road, but I don't know, but yeah, that's why I'm not reviewing the live action Cat in the Hat movie. I have it on DVD, I do, but like I said, I'm gonna be reviewing it down the road. That's one thing I will review down the road, but it's gonna be a while. But anywho, let's go ahead and get back to this. I'm gonna get back to the movie here, So yeah, there's really not a whole lot to say, because honestly, this movie it actually plays a whole lot like the other ones. It really does, except the Prince of Egypt. Not Prince of Egypt. The King of Dreams. The King of Dreams, although it borrowed a lot of stuff from Prince of Egypt, like it borrowed a crap ton of stuff from Prince of Egypt. The hero there was actually always a good guy. He was always a good guy who was chosen by God, and he was chosen by God and stuff, or something. I can't remember what his purpose was, but he had dreams and stuff. But he was actually a good guy. He was never a bad guy. What's funny about the other 3 movies of the 4 is the character, all of them start out as bad guys. All of them do. They're all bad guys. This movie that I'm reviewing right now, the main character, he's a thief. The Prince of Egypt, I think his name's Moses. Yes, his name was Moses. Worked with slaves and all that, and like I said in that movie with the whole villain, I don't want to sound like a repeating record, but I do want to state that like I said, slaves are bad and all that, and like I said, they're definitely not a good thing and all that, but I didn't think they didn't really portray, the villain very well as an actual villain. But it was still a decent movie and all that. I did like it. But it was kind of the slowest in my opinion, but it still was decent until the whole part with the villain and all that, and I felt like he his son getting killed and all that. I thought that was a little too much, but I don't know. But again, I feel like I don't want to keep saying that. But that's the thing. A lot of these do play similar, but I think I can't remember what the other one was, or it was like one where like these two main characters pretend they're like gods and stuff. So they use their powers. So technically they're villains too, but I think they're also doing some of this for money. So they're thieves kind of sort of too in a way, but they're using their power for and all that. And then, like I said, it's just kind of weird. They all play the same. They all play the same and all that. But what's funny is like, well, while the Prince of Egypt and the King of Dreams were movies that focus more on the religion side, these movies kind of focus more like this one and the other one, which I can't remember the name of. I think it was the Road to Eldor or whatever that was. That's what it was. Focus more on like it's like God related stuff, like, but it's not like it doesn't focus on religion. Like I think it's more like Disney's Hercules. I think because I don't. Well, I haven't seen Hercules. I think I've seen parts of it, but I don't know if I ever watched the whole movie. If I did, that was years ago. But Hercules, I think was more of like it made more of a goofy concept of it. While some of these are it's supposed to be based off of people's religions and beliefs and stuff, but they put their own twist on it. Because I'm sure some of that stuff didn't happen because you want to make them stand out a little bit, It's kind of like books, You don't want to copy the books exactly. But you want to make it close enough to the book where it makes sense. But I don't know. But that's kind of how, like I said, this movie's got a villain too. And I gotta say, I think she's probably my favorite out of all the villains. Which, honestly, it's not saying much because I'll get to exactly, like, well, I'll say she's definitely a lot more interesting than the others. King of Dreams didn't really have villain, like it had jerks, I forgot his name. I don't remember his name. But I think his name is Joseph. His brothers tricked him and sold him to slavery. They tricked him and all that. They sold him to slavery and all that. Which was bad, and they made them bad guys, but they redeemed themselves. So they weren't like actual villains. And then Prince of Egypt had the villain in there, which was like Moses' brother and all that, and then the Road to Eldor had a villain, but the villain, like I said, I think if I had to rank him, I'd say probably I probably would go with let's see how I would rank I probably would rank them the villains probably more so probably would go King of Dreams because well, it's kind of not really fair to compare that, but it's not really a villain, but they still do make him, they do set him up pretty well, and they make him irritating, and they make him actually you hate them. But then I think Moses and all that, Moses' brother probably would be second because he does the slavery and all that, despite again them not built making him showing him he's actually doing the stuff because he wants to, not because of a belief, more so believes, because I feel like they set it up more so he does it because he believes it, that it's alright, then making him actually do it because he wants to, or something like that. And then I probably would say the road to Eldor probably be the second, and then this one probably be the first. Just because I think the problem is with Road to Eldor is the villain was nice and all, but he was a cool villain, but they really didn't spend a whole lot of time with him and all that. And with King of Dreams, that made sense. It was part of the story. While Road to Eldor, it was cool to see a powerful, godlike guy, but we hardly see any of him. And then he basically just disappears. He disappears. He disappears. He gets taken away and all that so easily. Despite him having a bunch of powers, which was stupid. And then we got the villain in this movie, and she's probably definitely my favorite. I think she's the best because unlike the other ones where I have minus King of Dreams, where I didn't have a lot of problems with the villains there, because again they were set up to have Joseph get sent away to because that was how they set the plot up pretty well there. I think this one is actually a lot better because she's actually a true villain. She's a true villain and all that, and she kind of reminds me of him a bit. She reminds me of him, like from Powerpuff Girls. If you think about it, I talked about like in my Gravity Falls review. I talked about how like Bill Cipher, and him were kind of similar in ways. They can possess things and they can they can create illusions and all that. But I would say probably like I'd probably say she's more related to him. I mean, she's kind of got similar powers to him because she can like she basically does exactly kind of like what him does if you think of it. One episode of the Powerpuff Girls, him's in his bathtub and he's like literally looking through like a portal on his bathtub, which is pretty cool. And then like he puts his head through like I don't know like something, and he turns all the characters into like against like the Powerpuff Girls and all that. That's kind of exactly what she does too. Like I forgot her name, but again I don't remember if that's actually the name of the character. Like I don't know if that's I don't think it is like, but I could be wrong. Like it says seven of or something like Sinbad or something of Legend of Seven Seas or something. I probably shouldn't say the name because I don't even know how I pronounce it, but I don't know how you pronounce her name, but I'm pretty sure that's the villain's name of the movie. It's not the hero, because it's the way they say it. So I don't know, but I'm really hoping this review turns out alright, because I feel like I'm kind of like I'm dragging things on a little bit, but it turns out I had a lot more to say about it than I thought. I didn't think this would be the case, but I guess it is. But there are some times I'll have reviews where I don't have like hardly anything to say about them, even movies, but I don't know. But yeah, so I was gonna say though that this movie has a but basically as the villain of this movie, she's like apparently she finds the main hero, this guy you can see right here, she has like a crush on him or something. She thinks he's cute and stuff and all that, and apparently she shapeshifts into him and steals like a book or something and all that. Like, by the way, this is probably one of my complaints about the movie. She steals this powerful book, but we never see her use it. We never see her use the book, unless maybe the characters mention the powers in the book or something, but I don't remember them ever mentioning that. I do know she framed this guy here to get killed and all that for some reason, which I'm not sure why, because if she has likes him, she thinks he's cute, and all that, like, why would she kill him, I don't really get that, like, or actually, I think they actually reveal that at the end. Yeah, I think they revealed it at the end, which I'll get to in a second, the ending, because it's kind of stupid, but actually it's not kind of, it's really stupid, but but I don't know, but basically though, she shapeshifts into him and then takes the book, and they never show what the book can do and all that, but it is cool, she summons all these creatures, and all, by the way, they look really cool, they really do, she sends a Kraken at one point too, and I think this was at the beginning of the movie, she sends a Kraken, and it literally, it's so cool. By the way, everything's, CGI in this movie, except the, the main characters and their dog, because they have, a dog and all that. They're, I think the boat and everything else is CGI. The water's CGI, it's just kind of weird, it's basically everything CGI except the humans and all that, and the dog. The monsters are CGI, the backgrounds are CGI. They kind of did that in Spirit too and all that, but I felt like there was still more 2D animated stuff in it. But I don't know, but it's kind of weird though. It still looks cool, but I don't know, it's just kind of weird having 2D characters and all that with CGI backgrounds and all. It just kind of looks weird, but it's still kind of cool, but it's better than that freaking live action looking freaking cat just randomly in a CGI shop in Toy Story 4. Yeah, that was stupid. That's just basically Pixar showing them off. I mean, they have cool animation, but I felt like that was just stupid because it's it just doesn't feel right. Here, at least, it feels somewhat right because it's not one character is 2D animated and the rest of them are CGI. All the character, all the the characters are 2D animated except the monsters and stuff. They're all CGI. So at least it fits better here. But I don't know. But it is kind of cool. She summons, just like him, she summons monsters and all that. See, while Bill Cipher didn't really summon. I don't think Bill Cipher ever summoned like monsters, but he did possess, like he possessed people. He can shapeshift and all that, but I don't think he can create illusions like that. Like she's more like a female version of him in a way. That's what she is, and she's even in her own dimension. So she literally like pops out of like a dimension, which is really weird. But I don't know, but she's a really cool villain. I really like. Like I said, I really wish they would have explored more of the book. Like I don't feel like they never explored a book. They really never do. They never explore it, and I still don't get why she framed him. I feel like I thought like when I was watching when she was with him in the sea and all that, I thought he made a deal with her, but I don't remember like. Because again, the movie was I was more interested in the I don't like that. I was more interested in like the monsters and stuff in the movie, but I may have missed this part, but I don't remember her like. I thought I remember like him like making a deal with her to steal the books. I'm like, why did she change into him in the first place if he made a deal with her? I don't get it, but. I don't know, but like I said, at the end, it reveals that I think it was like a test or something, I think is what it was, and it wasn't really like a test to make him be good. That's what I was thinking they were gonna do. They were gonna have her teach him a lesson and all that, to not lie and stuff. That's what I thought. I was kind of thinking that, or they were probably just gonna turn around and make her an actual villain, but apparently they actually made her a villain, and apparently. She was actually a villain and all that, and apparently at the end of the movie she just leaves. Like she leaves and all that. She just leaves and apparently she gets away. So that means she's still out there, like still causing chaos and all. She can still freaking cause chaos. So I'm like, I feel like that was kind of stupid. They just let her get away. Like it would have been cool to have her have a villain death or something, or it would have been even cooler if they actually it was a twist and she was actually a good guy. And I was hoping they would go that route, just make her a good guy and all that, because the movie's not very long. It's very short. Like it is super short. Like it's funny from going like watching freaking Star Wars movies that are like 2 to 2.5 hours long to watching this. Because even if you take out the end credits from like the Star Wars movies and the opening, they're still freaking long because the end credits and all that aren't very long. They're like short and all that, so they're freaking long movies. But these are like short. These aren't even like an hour and like they aren't even like an hour and like 30 minutes. Because again, you cut out the end credits too, because a lot of these movies don't even have after scenes and stuff like that. Sometimes they will, but usually they don't have end credit scenes like after this and all that. And so a lot of these movies I will know that for sure, not because I've seen a lot of these movies, but I don't know. But it's still kind of, I guess it's kind of. I do like when they do that with movies and all that, but I don't know. Like it just like I said. If you could cut out the end credits and all that, and it makes the movies even shorter to watch. So, yeah, these movies are not very long at all, but some of them might be longer down the road, I don't know, but I thought they definitely use their time very wisely here. I think they do, even though this does play very, like, it plays very similar to the other movies, which is kind of unfortunate. They do have a moment where, like the guy talks to this lady and all that, and about like his backstory and all that. It was kind of cool. It was like zooming in, like they were gonna show a flashback. That would have been cool, but they didn't. I don't know why. That would have been cool, but it's still nice though to have moments like that. But the problem is, again, story's kind of very similar in a way, like to the others. It kind of makes the others not really worth watching as much if you think about it. That's kind of thing though, like. The Prince of Egypt, like for example, that movie, I gave that. I'm not gonna change my review on it. That I'm still gonna keep that the same review, because there's no reason to change it, because especially with people releasing new movies down the road and all that, I ain't gonna be doing that. But when we watch like King of Dreams and all that, it's a similar concept that's done a lot better. It makes it not really worth going back and watching some of these movies. That's kind of how this one is, like, to the Road to Eldor. Like, I feel like watching this movie kind of makes me not want to watch Road to Eldor, because the story is so similar. And I mean, we're gonna have similar stories. I mean, Ice Age 1, for example, is similar in a way to Shrek. Well, not like super similar. I mean, people kind of say it rips off Shrek or something like that. It's not that similar, but like, it does have a typical main character getting annoyed by a side character and all that. That's kind of why, like, when I reviewed Up, I kind of gave it. I'm surprised no one's complained about that yet. But yeah, I didn't hate the movie Up, but I didn't like it as much as other people, just because I felt like, I mean, the opening, I feel like I do regret saying some stuff about the opening, but I could probably do a re-review about that down the road. I might do that. I don't know, but I don't know, but yeah, Road to like Eldor and all that. That's like I mean, Road to, I mean. But like I said, the typical road trip and all that, I feel like, those are kind of similar, but they change them up most of the time to make them, good and all. I kind of wish they would have done that with this too, like there are a lot of movies where they do have, thieves, who grow as characters and all that. They do have lots of those, but that's kind of why, like, I don't like watching a lot of older movies, like, because a lot of them, like, play so similar, like in the 50s and all that. Like, I'm not saying they all do it, but a lot of them do. Like, they have the kids at the school and all that, and I'm just like, this just doesn't play, like, very similar. But I mean, they play all similar and all that, and it just makes them kind of just not stand out as well. But I don't think unlike Prince of Egypt and King of Dreams, where they are very, very similar, like, they are so similar, like, they really are, like they are very similar. This one and Road to Eldor are at least different enough where I think they actually do work, though. But if I had to pick, I'd probably pick this one. This one's definitely better. This one's actually a lot better film in my opinion. Now I'm gonna go ahead and give this a score real quick, and then I'll talk about the ending. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this movie a good and 120 points. And there's no sound effect thing. I said in my Hotel Transylvania movie, like the first one I reviewed, because there's 4 of them, and then I'm only on the first one. I mentioned that I have a I mentioned that, like, I did have the score thing recorded. The thing is, though, is I left my charger at my mother's house, and I have to go dig through the chargers in my room and all that. So for my DS's, so I sadly don't have that. I should have it for the next review, though, but I will state this, because I did state that, because, by the way, I didn't even have the sound thing recorded for that, when I was trying to do this the first time. I didn't have the score sound thing either, but I do want to state that, I didn't state this in the Hotel Transylvania review movie, that the score sound thing is going to sound funny right now, because I have it recorded off of a recording that I already did. But I don't want to have to dig through a 1,000 memory cards, because that freaking took forever, and that got me in a little bit of trouble. I think I brought that up in the Hotel Transylvania movie, so I won't talk about it here. But yeah, it took me forever to freaking dig through all that, so I don't want to have to go through that again. So for right now, I'll just do this. But down the road, I want to eventually re-record it again. That way I have it, because I'm now saving them on the Nintendo 3DS sound like stuff. That way, I don't have to go. That way, it's on the system memory. I don't have to go through all the memory cards and all, because it's so much easier this way. But I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to explain that. That's why it's gonna sound funny. But I don't have it this time around. But that's okay. That's all right. But anywho, guys, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, this movie's really good. Like, it's very beautiful. It's very beautiful, and I know some people might get distracted by the CGI, but I don't mind it. It looks very good. Yes, again, it's weird having like like hand drawn, characters and all that with like CGI background, but and CGI monsters and stuff. But I think it works really well. It does. It does work very well. But I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's kind of it's kind of a thing though. Like I said, it's a thing they kind of did a lot in the early 2000s and all that. But yeah, sadly though, DreamWorks, just like other studios, they would switch to CGI because it's cheaper and all that, and they take less risk with this stuff. But somehow DreamWorks still takes risk with other things though, like relationships and stuff, which we'll get to down the road. But yeah, but I don't know, but yeah, but they did kind of go away from this, but they do have a lot of 2D animated like cartoons. They have a freaking ton of them. DreamWorks has a freaking ton of them. Like, there's so many. Down the road, I might watch them. It's just gonna take me a little while because there's so many cartoons to review. But I do want to tackle them down the road. But as for right now, I won't have that because I'm gonna be busy, especially with the holidays and stuff. But I do want to talk about that down the road. But yeah, I don't know. But before I let this go, though, I gotta talk about the ending because I was going to tell you guys about this. This is actually something that's very, like, really. Oh no! Wait a minute! No, wait. I already talked about that. Actually, yeah, I already talked about it. Sorry, like I said, I'm trying to get back on my medication and all that. I'm still over the edge because I had not been taking my morning medicine, so I've been like depressed and all that. So yeah, but I'm gonna probably be taking it here in a second. But yeah, I was gonna say I might go ahead and tackle a little bit more about it, but. Yeah, because I think I tackled a little bit about it, was talking about, other stuff and all that, but yeah, I was gonna say though that I think the ending is kind of stupid, like how she just gets away and all that. Like, I think I talked about that. I don't know, but yeah, basically, yeah, she just gets away. Like, they just let her go. Like, I don't know why they didn't just, like I said, it would have been nice if they either killed her off or and all that. And I mean, you can argue that I basically said she's like him from Powerpuff Girls, and him gets away all the time. In fact, if you don't believe me or not, like, in Powerpuff Girls, him only gets arrested once. Like, only one time he gets arrested. There are times where like he gets defeated, like in weird ways. Like, one way he gets trapped in the girls' minds, but for the most part he gets away. But the thing is, the difference between him and this lady here, this is a movie. It's not like they'll ever come back to this. Maybe down the road they might make a TV show about it, because they are making one, I hear, of Megamind, which I'm looking forward to seeing. I want to see that show, because I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I'm so excited to get to Megamind. You already got. I'm already kind of spoiled about what I'm gonna be giving, like kind of a rating for it, but in a way, but. I still will talk about it because it's an amazing movie, but that'll be down the road. But yeah, they might make a TV show about this. I don't know. These movies just, there's not really a whole lot to tell about them. They're more like they're basically supposed to be based off of like Greek mythology and religion and all that. So like Krakens, I think Krakens are Greek mythology. I don't think they're they're not like Christians and all that. I think they're like. I don't know, like, wait, is Greek, would Greek be, its own religion, or would it be just a bunch of different religions, like, into Greek? Like, I don't know, like, I don't know my religion very well, like, I'm not a religion person myself, but, if you guys want to tell me about it, you guys can in the comments, because I'm curious, because, I don't know if there's different versions of Greek or not, like, kind of like, in America, we've got, we got Jewish people, we got Catholic people, we got Christians, we got so many different people, but I don't know, but yeah, but anywho, guys, I'm probably gonna go ahead and let this go from here, and all that. I will see you guys all next time in another review. I actually have one more video I'm gonna talk about for this Halloween stuff, and then that'll be it. And see you guys later. Bye bye.